Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here. Welcome to episode number 108 of my Manchester United Football Manager 2015 Let's Play. And today is the big episode in terms of length anyway. I'm going to play three cup games as well. We're in the semi-final of the Capital One Cup. Are we the holders of the Capital One Cup? Yeah, we are the holders. We've won it a few times now in this save, which I'm pretty happy about. FA Cup still haven't won, even though I've won Capital One Cup a few times. It would be nice to win both. I just want this season, win everything, you know. Definitely, big hope on Champions League, though. That's really the main one. If I win all the rest and not that, it will almost not matter to me because I've done it all before. Apart from FA Cup, of course. But yeah, as I said, being in the semi-final, there's going to be two legs, and we've got the FA Cup game to play against QPR in between. So I want to do well there, because where are we now in that fourth round? So there's still a decent amount of games to be played there. And again, I'm still a little bit sick, so you'll probably be able to see that or hear that more specifically through my voice. But I am getting better, so I should be able to get back on the grind of FIFA videos very, very soon, for people wondering about those. And the next episode after this huge one will be Borussia Dortmund. And might as well, chuck in Man City that game as well. So, after this episode's done, that's when the Champions League is really starting to kick on, when I start the knockout rounds. And then, that's the big focus, you know. So, we'll go into selection for this game against Tottenham. Will be nice to start off well. Made some rotations, giving Presslin a go. He actually looks like he's world class now, in my opinion. And 18, he's wonder kid, everything. I think this is the first time I've seen him listed as a wonder kid, like this season as well. This is probably this season where he's come into as a wonder kid, you know. But yeah, he gets forward whenever possible as well. That's why I like him at right back. And he's got that style about him, decent crossing, dribbling 10 is okay. For like a really naturally defensive guy. Look, 19 heading now. Technique is 16 as well, so he's good in that way. Passing's only 9, but as an all-rounder, he's really, really good. Physically, very good. Mentally, good. And technically, he's good. He's become the player that we've wanted him to. So even if this is the last season I do play of this, I'll be happy that he's developed into that kind of player. Of course, he could get even better, but you kind of know now how good he is. So, Tottenham, are you being serious? Ashley Young as a striker? Do you want to score goals? Ashley Young, in the game, how many goals has he scored since this career started? Not many at all. So playing him as a striker, they must not have anyone better, or they're resting players. If they're playing this Millington guy, they're playing youth players, really. Bentaleb, Miller, they're just playing young guys. And Tom Cleverley in there, the big money signing, fail signing, definitely. I can't believe they signed him for 25 million, because he had a really good season, the loan season he had at Aston Villa. So it made sense a little bit with how he performed, but nah, he's not worth that much. But you can understand if you judge off the performance, if you forget about how good he is, if there's a real-life situation, a player that played as well as he did in that first season with Aston Villa, scoring and assisting in that save. I don't mean in real life, I mean, in the save. I'll say I expect nothing but a win here. But you would be expecting that to be an okay signing, really. But then his real ability shown when he moved to Tottenham. He wasn't really that good. But I'm surprised, like Aston Villa, I'm surprised he did that good for Aston Villa. Got a really good rating, and it would have been even harder with them, with poorer players around him. So I was so surprised about that. I'm not sure about you. But I guess they just had the right role for him, and we score early. See, a game against Tottenham, there should be a bit more fear. Like, Tottenham's not a bad side, but you look at the team they're fielding, it's not a great lineup. They've got, poor quality players. Or some poor. There's still some decent players, but who's their keeper? He's still got whoever their goalkeeper is playing today. I'll check out in a second when Casillas just boots it forward. There we go. It's Vorm. So he's not the best goalkeeper in the world. He was their reserve when he signed, didn't he? Now Depay, Memphis. And I'm probably mentioning it every episode now, but Memphis, I can't wait for him. Like, I can't wait for the Premier League season. Like, the fixtures are announced now. It feels like it just finished, the Premier League, but then at the same time, it feels like it's not too far away because of that. They don't have much of a break, and there we go, bang. some sports have a bigger break. I'm not sure about, probably majority of you watching this. I know there will be a few from Australia, but AFL, the main sport in Australia, really, there's a big break. Definitely, like, there's a huge pre-season. Like, pre-season in football would be just, I don't know, like a month or so, but pre-season for AFL, Australian football, it's much longer. It's like a few months, like 3 or 4 months, It depends, it depends on the team, but still, 3 or 4 months of pre-season, it's big. So that's what I like to compare it to usually, because that's the biggest sport in Australia. But that's another discussion for another day. As I thought there was going to be a penalty for some reason, like that offside thing came up. But yeah, solid. Got a couple of away goals here to put us in a good position to actually get to the final of Capital One Cup. But for me, Capital One Cup is like, I don't care if I get knocked out. Like, we're just playing it. It would be cool to get like another competition to my name won. That would be nice. But it's not like life or death. If I lose, I'll be just like, YOLO, let's move on and focus on the Champions League and even FA Cup as well. That's what is, I'll go for, this is what I'll see it as the treble as they score. Oh, see, I've got to focus still, not just give it up. Oh, Ashley Young, see, he still ends up scoring, but he is their main striker. He's the striker that's up front. But I want to get the treble this year as the FA Cup, Premier League, and Champions League. For me, that's the real treble to get, and that will cap it off perfectly. Like a Capital One Cup win with that it's just a slight additional win. It's nothing game breaking, really. Like, I'll take it. Oh yeah, it's cool to win that as well. That's when you just think it's a cool competition to win, not like a amazing one to win. A nice little one, a nice little competition to win on the side. That's how I see it anyway. I'm not sure what you guys think. I just don't see it as a major competition. If you get knocked out, you don't really care about it. But you still treat it as a cup when you're playing it, like I am now. Come on, Zivkovic. See, now being 2-1, this is not a dominating performance by us. We haven't dominated them. So Tottenham, with the players they've had, the team they've started with here today, they've done a good job. Zivkovic doesn't look like a danger in this game, so we're going to bring on James Wilson, actually. Hasn't been given a go much of late, and he looks like a good player as well. He's got up to the 16 finishing now, 18 pace, 17 agility and acceleration. Very, very quick, and probably his best season for us. You could argue second season, but for me it was the first season, really. He actually made, I think his goals made more of an impact than in the second season. I think he just got goals against easier teams or something. I just feel in the first season he made more of an impact. His goals were a bit more important. That's my opinion anyway, but he's a good striker. He could potentially be a starting striker for me. I think he could smash in a lot of goals, but just not on the same level as someone as Zivkovic or Munir, who both smash in a lot of goals most games. So James Wilson, we'll play him. We'll bring him off the bench, and we'll just say calmly, pressure off, and he's just deep in thought with that. So yeah, this is a big achievement for me, regardless of how many more episodes I do from here, as maybe we can score here. Come on. Wilson, Royce to finish it off. Another guy who wants to play a bit more as well. In most teams in the world, he'll be starting every single game. And for me, he's just rotating, starting some games coming off the bench. But that was a great finish. Of course, you might think it's an easy one, but it was good. And yeah, like I was going to mention, it is, regardless of how many more episodes I do in this, it's still going to be an amazing, like, this is the best series I've done in terms of length. Like how many, like the days in real life, months in real life. James Wilson, so he's had a couple chances, hasn't took it. Like, I started this on the beta, as you all know. Like, that length of time doing a series, but that was my kind of goal, to do a series like that, and that goes with my FIFA career modes right now as well. Doing 2 ones that seem to be going on consistently and don't look like ending anytime soon. That's why I wanted to do like a long series, because in the past I didn't do that. That was maybe a criticism of me, and I worked on that this year, and it will probably even be more prominent with FIFA 16 and FM 16. So yeah, it should be a bit more prominent then. because yeah, you got to work towards that kind of thing. So hopefully you'll slowly notice that with my channel as the years go by. I guess you can say it's a much bigger difference to my channel maybe 2 years ago. So I've developed in that way, and yeah, those are the kind of things when I listen to suggestions. When people say you should listen to what people say to improve your videos, that's what I like to listen to when people leave suggestions and work on that. They may improve. In terms of like things I do in Football Manager, I'm pretty like set in my ways, like most people are, and I'm not going to like change how I play Football Manager. And as you can see, my success with Manchester United, things I've won, how many games I've won and I rarely lose now, and how I've built this team, and just all those kind of things together. Yeah, it's just what I've done every year with a big team, more or less, and that's it. That's not going to change. So, and like things I say in team talk here, I like basically forget in my head what people say. Like people say, do you take on board what people say? And I do at that point, but when I'm in my mind of playing Football Manager, I'm just my old school, like how I play Football Manager. I forget like what people tell me. Most things, some things I remember, some things I read on fan sites as well of Football Manager, how to play better, certain things to do. But a lot of things in Football Manager is like a routine for me. I'm used to doing it. So whether it be the team talk when I win, say you played well, all that kind of stuff, and other kind of details as well. When a player wants to leave, you say, yeah, you'll listen if a team comes in. Those kind of things are more routine for me. But either way, this game was a decent performance. Not amazing, but we've got the players to get the job done, and they did that. So guys, now it's time for the FA Cup game against QPR. It's probably a more crucial game. You'd say it's probably a more easier game, but for me, it's FA Cup. I want to advance. Anything can happen in Football Manager. I've lost against these type of teams before, but to make it a bit interesting, I'm going to give a return game, to Juan Bernat. Did he play in recent times? No, he hasn't played since his injury, apart from some under-21 games to keep his fitness at a decent level. But I think he needs, a game at the top level. And he still looks really good, does he? Like, there's no arrows going down. So, yeah, look at him as a whole. He's still really quick, keeps his stamina, natural fitness. So, yeah, that's really rare for him to have that kind of injury, like a really big one. But it can happen to non-injury prone players as well. So, I might bring on Nicole Liali as well. Looking very solid. He's a solid keeper. He's no doubt a bargain for what he's kind of, regardless of his attributes, his value, even though I think his value is pretty good for a free signing now. It's more just what he's done for us. To sign that kind of player on a free, of course, not for free. You still pay his wages and everything, but yeah, not really a signing like money permanently or, outright to another team. Just offering the contract pretty much. It's a pretty good deal. Jordan Cousins, a 23-year-old. He looks like a nice type, if you're a lower team in the Premier League. He looks like a guy I'd want to sign. I think he starts lower, starts Championship. He's a guy I like to... it looked first season with Charlton as well in the Championship was better than the others. He did really, really well. He can play a lot of defensive positions as well. He's just one of those guys. He's English. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, Traore. I remember this guy, Armin Traore, when I always used to do Arsenal saves way back in the day. And yeah, he always used to be a good player. Like, he developed into a good player. He always took over that left-back position from back when, Gaio Clichy, he was left-back for Arsenal as well. Armand Traore, he turned out better than he is now, definitely. But that's the thing with most players. A lot of players don't grow into their potential that they had as a youngster. But yeah, look at Munir as well from Barcelona. We signed 17 goals in 12 starts, 7 off the bench though. But he still scored so many goals. And look at Phil Jones, 9 goals, crazy. His most goals in a season, most definitely, like in real life, or well. You can judge in the league. What did he get in the first season? Yeah, 4 goals in all competitions. But he's got 4 goals in the league. He's got 2 goals in the cup. He's got 3 in Champions League. It's unheard of, Phil Jones. He's developing into one of those best centre backs ever I've used in Football Manager. Now he's going to go down in the history of that. I've got legends, and he should be up with those who's done amazing. Like, that's not that's like, there's Belanta legends like in the last couple of years, but then there's just the centre backs that do amazing for you. Belanta is too recent to go down as a legend. No doubt he will. Like 5 years from now, maybe he won't become as good as he is. Like if I'm playing Football Manager 21 or something on YouTube, or I imagine that will still be the case. If we just come across Belanta in one of my saves and he hasn't developed into the good player he is, that will be very, very interesting, which is always the chance of that happening. But I think he's a very good player, very good young guy, good defender in real life. And Bernat tried a I'm not sure if that was just a poor cross coming back from his injury, not match fit, or maybe he tried something sneaky there. And of course, some people keep asking, basically every single episode now where you see this construction, there's always someone asking what that is. Basically, our stadium's going under construction to improve it and everything like that, make it bigger, a larger capacity. So I just want to officially say that, but I keep getting it like every single video lately I make of these. And again, I haven't been doing this too regularly. Ideally, if I was doing it for views, I'd probably do this more regularly. So, because it does get the most views, like it gets at least 4,000 views each video I make. So it's lately anyway, in recent episodes. So it's a very good. I wouldn't be stopping it after this season if that was the case, if I was just doing it to get the views. But that's definitely not the case. I just want to do something new, something more interesting, achieve something different. But come on, Bernat is back. Bernat is back, and that's what he's best at. He's best at cutting into that kind of position and then looking for that pass. That's what he's best at. Just watch what he does there. He goes around that area, then he looks for the ball, gets past his man as well with his pace, and then Munir is just left with a tap-in. That's what he's best at. And Luke Shaw, he does that, but not on the same level. I just feel Bernat has his better attributes. But Luke Shaw is better defensively. That's the way I see it. But Luke Shaw is still decent going forward, but Bernat is just much more of an effect in that kind of part of the pitch. But Luke Shaw is just amazing defensively. Not many wingers can get past him. So they're two players you really want. And also, talking about Manchester United saves in the past, people say, or some may say, a lot of people want me to do Manchester United again, FM16. But the thing is, like the team, we don't have many of the natural players anymore. So it will be a nice kind of fresh save to start with all, the current Manchester United team, like Rooney, all of that, Van Persie, just all the players in the team, and Depay starting, of course. I wonder how he'll look after moving. He'll get a bump in potential and bump in ability. He'll be absolutely insane in FM16, really, if you think about it. Because, players get a bump in their ability and potential when they move to the Premier League. That always happens. Oh, come on. Oh, Sergio Ramos. Sergio Ramos. He can get forwards and score some goals. First ever goal for Manchester United here. That was a good goal. Rodriguez, he just fell down. Di Maria, he did set that up for Ramos. A nice little finish there as well. So that, again, backs up playing him at right back in an attacking kind of role. He can score goals as well, Sergio Ramos. He can do anything. And I knew. People still telling me I need a good right back. But Sergio Ramos, what more can he do? He's getting good ratings. He's defending really well. He's creating goals. He's scoring goals. What more would you want? He's playing that role perfectly, while probably slightly weakening Real Madrid, another danger in the Champions League. So I'll just say don't get complacent here. But we should be advancing really from this stage. So looking at the stats as well, having over 20 shots in the first half was really, really good. But it's what you come to expect playing against a team like QPR. But most importantly, I would love to give Bernat a starting game. Like, I feel he'll be so important for our Champions League campaign in the knockout stages now. Like I mentioned already, Luke Shaw's amazing defensively, but Bernat, he'll come on and be an effect in attack. Here we go. James Rodriguez, he's a guy as well, signing. Like, both him and Sergio Ramos, you can't hide behind the fact that they are amazing signings, but they did weaken Madrid quite a lot. I won't lie as well. At the time, I was really mad about losing against Real Madrid last season. and stemming from the season before that as well, was it? And I just really wanted to weaken them. Oh, Sergio Ramos. I'm not sure if that's in my tactics. Two of my players have attempted that kind of shot, trying to catch the goalkeeper off guard, or maybe he's just purposely, that's the way that goalkeeper's playing. But Juan Bernat, do we just... Yeah, I'll just accept it here. Perfect. He's had a good game, got good match fitness into him, don't need to risk him to get injured again. But yeah, like I said, it'll be so important for Champions League. Maybe when we need to score a goal. And he'll be a bit more attractive option to start than Luke Shaw. But here we're going to bring on Yuri Tielemans. Will Hughes, again, not getting the best rating in the world, but he's a good passer for the team. Makes a good amount of tackles per game. Another change, maybe Marco Reus, I think. No, we'll just leave it. We'll leave it. We'll make 2 changes. We'll say no pressure on Alan Burton as well. And yeah, this save, some people have said it, that I should give it out so you guys can play it. But as I've said previously, I am probably going to play it around, I'll go back to this save around that September time when I take a break from it. Or when I finish this specific season, I'll take a break from it. I'll go back to it around September. Like I mentioned previously, when I'm waiting for FIFA 16, I'm always dreading that I just wait. I'm like, can't it come out already? Especially for YouTube as well, with growth it will bring. It's just even more so in the past when I've waited to play the new FIFA game. It's like, I just want it now, But he will bring on Oliver. Oliver's been a decent signing as well. How is he progressing? Yeah, he looks so good in the important attributes, like all those 20s, 19s, and 18s. Amazing player. And there we go. We'll just continue on. Just settle, there's like no, I'll say we can defend here. We don't really need to score another. Just leave how we're going. James Rodriguez, set this up. Royce, Marco Royce, Munir, whoa. I'm really liking Munir as well. He's an amazing signing. Not just good. He's like as good as Zivkovic, like with the goals he's putting in. Munir! We were just talking about him. On cue, Munir. 19th goal of the season and second for the game. Come on. I almost want to win FA Cup more than Champions League. Of course, Champions League more important, but it's because I kind of haven't been able to so far. I think I've made the final 2 times. I think. Just at a quick memory. But, yeah, that's my thing. Like, I kind of want to win it. Any tactical changes? No, we'll just leave it. I kind of want to win it because I haven't yet. Like, and I'm disappointed I haven't. I should have won it already. I'm making up for lost time where I haven't won it. Yeah, making up for the times I didn't win it. Really. When we should have. And they weren't against big teams, I think. But either way, we win 3-0 against QPR. Big victory. Sergio Ramos had an amazing game. Munir had an amazing game as well. All over the park, most players step up and have good games. And we'll move on to the next round. So guys, time for the final game of this episode. Third cup game. Second leg of the semi-final against Tottenham. We're playing at home now, so if we're able to win 3-1 away from home, we should be able to, roll on here. Actually going to bring Casillas in for Liali, just a bit more experienced keeper, because anything can happen on these days, but you can't see us losing by a big margin. You can't see it happening. It may be possible to lose 1-0, but you can't see us losing like a 3-0 or something like that. I just can't see it happening personally if I were to lose this specific leg. But you can't even see that happening at home. At home, we're more or less unstoppable, really. Winning every single game. Their formation... Oh, they're playing different formation now. Dumbia. Wondering why I didn't play the previous one. Now they're playing, 2 strikers. Different setup. Completely different setup, really. Stambouli. Just looking at him, he's an okay player. He's one of those, probably Tottenham signings. Not absolutely amazing, but he's good. He's a good player. So with the changes being made, I love this 3 in midfield. Di Maria, Goetze, and Romero. I think that's a perfect 3. I think that's if you're ever going to get close to a 10 out of 10 rating for 3 midfielders, and you have the defensive midfielder or Romero, and then 2 centre mids of Goetze and Di Maria. That's close to perfect. It's really, really close to it. And I really want to see how they go again today. They kind of back that up to see how they dominate the midfield in this game. It's very creative, attacking, but at the same time, having Romero there makes it so defensive, and he has his own attacking threat as well. So come on, Phil Jones was trying to get on the end of it again. Zivkovic. Di Maria. Oh, Rodriguez. James Rodriguez, 8th goal of the season, and Di Maria with the assist there for the goal. See, creating it there. But James Rodriguez, he had to do a lot. Look how he got past his man there. Not sure who that was. When we're never going to know now. But either way, he did it with ease. And got another chance here. James Rodriguez on the corner. Belanta. Who's going to go and pick this up? It's Memphis Depay. Memphis Depay to Romero. Goethe. Mario Goethe. Oh. That would have been an amazing goal, and it was just over the bar. Goalkeeper didn't have to make the save. Tottenham they haven't even had a shot yet. First almost 30 minutes here. 60% possession for us. Let's get a second to completely finish this off now. It's Sergio Ramos getting forward again. James Rodriguez. Back to Sergio Ramos now. Old teammates. And they're still teammates. Oh, Luke Shaw. That was close. He can get in those positions as well, of course, playing that role of complete wingback, like I was talking about Bernat. But maybe Bernat in that situation would have created it, passed it across. Romero, Zivkovic, James Rodriguez. He's too good. He's too good. For me, he's on that Messi Ronaldo level. Without a doubt now in this save, he's that level. And that's what Manchester United have lacked, or in FM at least anyway, that kind of level of player, Ronaldo and Messi. And of course, a lot of other teams lack that as well. But I feel James Rodriguez, he is challenging them as that kind of world-class player that is known as the best player in the world. I'm not sure if you think he's that level. Do you think he's that level right now in this save? You look at his... If anything, his physicals aren't that level, but his technicals most definitely are. But even finishing could be a bit higher. But for me, he's performing in that way. He's a guy, he's almost unplayable. That's what he seems like to me with 2 goals in this game here today. I'm very happy with that, but no real reactions there. They just know they have to get the job done. But yeah, you may not think that, but to me, he's very close. He's very close. Even Mario Götze as well, playing a retreated role, not really... His best role would be as a centre attacking midfielder without a doubt, but we've kind of moulded him now into that deep line playmaker kind of type, and he does the role so well. He's not going to be a star for the team, but I think he is. He's not just going to score heaps of goals and get heaps of assists. He creates the chances where the assists come from initially. Him and Di Maria in centre midfield are perfect. And like I said, Lucas Romero to back them up, playing in behind them. Lucas Romero might need a little bit of a break, though. We'll bring in Yuri Tielemans. Can he play there? Not completely, but he can still... he's competent as a defensive midfielder. Really quick. He's got high attributes as well. Who we drop out here? Maybe drop out Sergio Ramos just, again, for match fitness. Bring Alan Burton for some game time. How is he progressing as well? Alan Burton, he's coming along so nicely, developing in a lot of attributes. Only 16, and he's playing so many important games. At Preslin's age, Preslin wasn't playing as much important games, and Burton's playing so much more. So it will be very interesting if he's a different kind of player, though. Like, he's a natural fullback, and Preslin is a centre-back that can play right-back, with some relative attributes for that position. But yeah, Burton's a natural fullback, so you can't really compare them too much, more just their overall ability, I suppose. But yeah, they're 2 defenders, just if you think about them as a defender for your team, to come through your own youth academy. That's amazing to have. Not players I've poached or anything. And then we've got those. And don't forget Pritchard, who's another, but we just got so many, defenders already. Who are you going to bring off here? I think Angel Di Maria. And we'll bring in Oliver. I think he's just amazing. He can perform probably... it's like you can compare it to Goetze maybe. Like a similar age, but he's got... There's a big gap between his attributes. Goetze is all-round, has amazing high attributes. Oliver has that certain amount that's really, really high, and the rest are a bit lower. So yeah, he's a different player. That's why he isn't absolutely world class here. I just think he's a good player. Not world class, but definitely a top 4 level player. Like for a Champions League team that should be vying to win the Champions League, but a rotation player in that team, not a complete starter. But Doumbia here hasn't really done much. Tottenham, they haven't looked like a threat today. Only 1 shot on target and 2 in total. And even here, they can't break us down. It's Doumbia. And Luke Shaw, that's what I mean. That's perfect to back up what I said before about Luke Shaw's defensive ability. That sliding tackle was inch perfect, and Zivkovic had the chance there. So Luke Shaw, he proved what I said. I like when players prove what I say. So it makes sense, really, how I talked about Luke Shaw being better defensively than Bernat. And again, on the head there. This time in FM, like this much seasons in, he's probably the best left back in the game. I'll have to look at his profile. I'm not sure if I did yet in this episode, but I'm sure he looks insane. Okay? Oh, dangerous ball. But yeah, I'm not scared of Tottenham. Of course, the game's over, but Tottenham, they don't look like scoring a goal against us. That's what's so good. We're not just scoring a lot of goals. There's quite a few teams that don't look like scoring against us. So that's what I build my team around, you know. So congratulations for that, Alan Burton. He looks delighted. That's good. But where's Luke Shaw? We'll go Manchester United stats. Luke bloody Shaw. Let's see. Look at that physicals. Look at those physicals. He's strong. He's really, really quick. And he's naturally fit. So again, he's a type that doesn't get injured too much. He's good dribbling, so he's not poor going forward. He's got 13 passing, 14 vision. He does get his own... Well, he's only got 1 league assist for the whole season, so not too much. But 2 assists for England out of 4 games, not too bad. But he's absolutely amazing at this time. He can get better, though. I've seen him for some people where he's, that tackling and marking. They've gone up to 16s and dribbling as well because they're 15. When they step up to the next level to 16s, I think then he'll be just completely unstoppable. But yeah, he's looking pretty good already. Oh wait, it says Mascherano contract mutually terminated. How good is he at... Oh, he might be a bit too old here. I'm not sure if he was registered for Champions League, if he's still at Barca. We'll have to check that out. But look at this. Manchester United v Arsenal in the Capital One Cup final at Wembley Stadium. That makes it a bit bigger, you know, that we're playing against Arsenal. If we're playing against a lower team, whoever that may be, like lower Premier League team, whatever, it just won't have the same feeling. There's a bit more about it because it's against Arsenal. So, I was going to check out Mascherano, wasn't I? Because he's not at a team. Mascherano, where are we? It's hard to type in the dark. Anyway, Mascherano. He's an amazing defensive midfielder still. How old is he? 33, so that's still... Oh, is that Chelsea? Chelsea signed him for 7 million. So Chelsea just let him go. Just dropped him like that. Just dropped him like that. You could approach the sign. First team, 100. We must not have that much wages right now. Yeah, we only have 20, but we could change from... But nah, he wants too much sign-on fee, agent fee. Either way, leave your thoughts if you should sign him. You probably, wouldn't agree with signing him. But yeah, out of the blue like that, Mascherano... release, that's a big player suddenly that is available for a free transfer. You look at his attributes solely, you forget how old he is. You look, what kind of impact is he going to make right now? You look at those attributes, is one of the best defensive midfielders in the world, but we probably don't need him. Or a defensive midfielder is still on the radar. You look, who's our best defensive midfielders? You got Romero, and then who? Pirlo, who's I'm probably going to have to let go of. I want him to retire, you know. I want to keep him until he wants to retire. He's not good enough, you know, on the same level. So I want him to say, yeah, I'm retiring. Because how old is he? He's 38. Come on, retire, man. So I can offer you as a coach or whatever the hell staff you want to be. He's 38. Come on. That's old. Come on, Pirlo. That's what I've been waiting for, really. And Will Hughes, I'm trying to mold him into that, but he's probably not natural. Like, he's actual, beastly level. Like, Romero. Is Romero like that? Romero, defensive ability, 16 and 18 marking, and then you compare to Mascherano as well. So, and even Romero can play centre mid. Really, you could argue could be better in that position. Or maybe a deep line playmaker, whatever. And Mascherano, who's like that natural defensive midfielder. We don't actually have a natural defensive midfielder if you look at it, apart from Romero, like another rotation type. So that's not natural as a centre midfielder. So he's still got the high attributes in him. What do you think anyway, as a free transfer? But either way, this has been a pretty good episode, a longer one as well. I might do these ones every so often. It just really depends. It's all about what games I have. Really, and those three, I had, 3 in a row cup games, so I thought that was a perfect situation. Ooh, a new game has come up. FA Cup against Colchester, but for me, that's pretty much pointless to show, because they're at the bottom, pretty much, of League One. They're in the relegation zone, so that's going to be like an easy win. Bang, you would expect that. FA Cup, if it was against a better team, I'd show it, but there, talk about easy, but there's easy beats, and then there's Colchester. But saying that, I want to check out who they won in they actually won against Newcastle United. But Newcastle United is rubbish. So that's where Newcastle United have been in this save. You want to see an update on them? They lost against a team that's 22nd in League One. And they didn't play a bad team. Look, Tim Krul, Grant Hanley, Liam Moore, Mark Muniesa, Haidara, Gouffran, Sam de Jong, John Smith, whoever he is. He's just a regen. So that's one young guy who's run one region who's not good. Then Pablo Armero, Ayose, and Solomon Kalou. And look, Ben Arfa, Oliver Kemen is a young player for them. He came off the bench. But that team, against who was their best player, their captain, Frankie Kent. He's not that good. He was probably their best player and the captain of the team, and he had a very good game. That's good to see. But really, that team should be killing them. Really. Sanchez Watt as well, ex-Arsenal youth player. He's 26 now. But anyway, Newcastle United and Colchester dominated possession against them. Oh, Newcastle. What has happened to you? What has happened to you? Are they in Premier League? They're like mid-table in Premier League as well. And it's not like they were playing, really young players in the whole team. So, make of all that what you will. Hopefully enjoyed the episode. Smash that like button, and I'll see you guys next time.